Teresa and Wendy, and to salute Professor Stanley for the outstanding presentation, and to thank Cpac for not just organizing today's event and having these awards, but for the ongoing work you are doing in promoting equity, diversity, and inclusion, and particularly helping members of the Chinese community. I will only say that as we remember the 100th anniversary of the Chinese Exclusion Act, we do it not just as a historical exercise, marking something dark that took place in our country, and particularly in the Parliament of Canada a century ago. We do it obviously to think about how we can avoid such odious acts and attitudes to be repeated. There are some in our community who, for some reason, wonder why we're doing such a thing. And they question whether there's even a need to reflect on current forms of exclusion as we recall a very terrible act of exclusion 100 years ago. And to them and to all of you, I would say that the lesson we have to learn from today is not that we will have the same thing happen again 100 years later. Of course, it's inconceivable, I hope, that we would ever have an immigration law that would target one particular group of people, barring them from coming to this country, and forcing all of those who are already in the country to have to register. Probably inconceivable that that would ever happen again. But that is not the danger that we are warning against today. We are warning against what I call modern forms of exclusion. Professor Stanley hinted at some of these modern exclusions already. And in some ways, my friends, modern forms of exclusion, even if they are lesser in their coverage and lesser in their severity and lesser in their expansiveness in terms of who is targeted, they are even worse than 100 years ago, because we should have learned the lessons 100 years ago. And when we see examples of exclusion today that are based, for example, on where you come from, on who you associate with, on which parties and associations you go to, on what your views are, when we see these kinds of modern forms of exclusion, and we see parliamentarians and legislators talking about new kinds of laws that will essentially target, register, and stigmatize individuals because of where they come from, because of the Xiao You Hui, the alumni associations they belong to, because of the Tongxiang Hui that they happen to be part of, because of the municipalities that they want to form partnerships with, because of the associations they have in this country, the people they meet, the events they go to, because of the views that they hold. When we see these kinds of discussions going on in Ottawa and across the country, let's be very clear. This is a form of modern exclusion. And if we don't learn from 100 years ago that all forms of exclusion should be rejected, we haven't learned anything. So I really want to thank once again Cpac for organizing this event, for the much-deserved awards to Teresa and Wendy, to the terrific presentation from Dr. Stanley. And unfortunately, I do have to run soon after my little speech here, but I'm sure that there will be a very lively conversation, and I look forward to seeing all of you again some other time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cindy.